Live from historic downtown Panama City and serving all of Northwest Florida. This is News 13 Live at 5, starting with breaking news.
We begin tonight with tragedy at Cedar Grove Elementary School. A child is found dead after being left in a hot car all day.
News 13's Caitlin Lawrence is standing by live at Cedar Grove Elementary School. Caitlin, what have you found out?
Jerry, a very tragic scene here at Cedar Grove Elementary School. Just moments ago, the Bay County Sheriff's deputies took down the crime scene tape that was wrapped around this small community school. Throughout the afternoon here on Everett Avenue, nearly every person that drove by slowed down, stopped, asked what happened, because it's unusual to see so many sheriff's investigators here. They haven't released a lot of information at this time, but have released a few details. Here's what we know. They arrived here on campus around 3:15 when they heard reports of a child not breathing in a car. The mother, Jamie Buckley, a teacher here at Cedar Grove Elementary School, they say left the 18-month child in her car at around 7:30 this morning. They found that child deceased in the car around 3:15 this afternoon. They've been investigating all afternoon, haven't released a lot of details yet. The investigation is ongoing. At this point, everyone with the sheriff's office, even with Bay District schools, very emotional, as is everyone else. Coming up tonight on News 13 at 6, we'll have a little bit more on what is going on here at Cedar Grove. Reporting live from Panama City, Caitlin Lawrence, News 13.
Thank you, Caitlin. A legal issue years in the making comes to a close for the Bay County Commission. The board voted yes to a proposed settlement. News 13's Russell Jones was at the County Commission meeting earlier. He joins us tonight. Russell, they were awarded a lump sum.
Yes, Amy, they are going to receive some funds back, but it'll be substantially less than what they contributed to Red Pine Healthcare Technologies. In 2011, the company moved its headquarters from Spokane, Washington to Bay County. After the commission committed $350,000 and the state $400,000, Red Pine promised to bring more than 400 jobs to the area. Later that same year, the business closed its doors for good and eventually filed for bankruptcy. In 2012, Bay County and the state of Florida sued the company for $750,000. Today, the county commissioners voted yes to a settlement that totals $187,000, 87 of which will go to the county, the rest to the state. Commissioners say they would like to get more money back, but it's just time to cut their losses.
I think we could spend more money in trying to pursue this in court than we would stand to gain. Based on what our attorneys told us in executive session, it's questionable whether or not if we went to court we'd get any kind of reimbursement. Very questionable, based on some of the comments that the judge made.
Now, if the settlement is not paid before or the day of October 5th of this year, the amount then goes up to $250,000.
News 13's Russell Jones today. Thanks, Russell. 2 weeks ago, Campbellton Graceville Hospital was saved from financial hardships. Now they are adding new technology under new ownership. News 13's Megan Gannon was in Graceville to bring us details on this updated technology, and she joins us right now with the latest on that. Megan?
Jerry, this new technology, Campbellton Graceville Hospital is stepping into the 22nd century. People's Choice Hospital provides in-house services like doctors and accounting services, as well as state-of-the-art technology. And here it is, meet the telemedicine robot, a robot that has the ability to video conference with a doctor anywhere in the country. With this technology, this allows for the hospital to bring in GI doctors, cardiologists, neurologists, and other specialty doctors to the community without having to have the patients travel far. Campbellton Graceville Hospital is thankful for these robots because they are providing services that were never offered before.
We're going to be able to deliver care that we've never thought possible from this community to those in our community because of the telemedicine and because of what PCH has brought into us to be able to deliver care to the patients in our communities.
Tonight at 6, we take a closer look at how these robots actually work.
Megan Gannon reporting. Thanks, Megan. Nearly 2 weeks ago, the Walton County Sheriff's Office raided a home in Freeport, confiscating 7 dogs in connection with a dogfighting ring. The first dogfighting ring to be busted in Walton County.
News 13's Maggie Solomon checked in with those dogs today. She joins us now. And Maggie, the Sheriff's Office brought the dogs to an undisclosed location.
They did, Amy, and the dogs are now on their way to recovery. On May 20th, the Walton County Sheriff's Office raided a home off Old Jolly Bay Road, arresting 2 people, including 25-year-old Terrell Bromlett. He's charged with dogfighting and animal cruelty. The ASPCA assisted authorities with the investigation as well as caring for the dogs. The animals were chained up, some having wounds and scars, but today the dogs are doing much better, very active and friendly. What officials say is a stark contrast to when they first discovered the animals. They're going through behavior tests right now. It's a story Chief A.J. Smith says pulled the heartstrings of Walton County.
We know people here and all across the country, I mean, they love their pets, they love animals. It really touched their hearts to know that we were able to break this ring up, apprehend the people that were doing it, and then put the dogs somewhere where they'll be cared for and loved. And I think that's what really touched the hearts of people. That's what touches my heart, knowing that they're going to be taken care of and loved and have a long, happy life.
Coming up at 6, what's next for the dogs as they receive the results of their behavioral analyses?
Coming up, a Takana executive appears at a House subcommittee hearing answering questions on the company's faulty airbags.
And the TSA is directed to revise airport security guidelines after a scathing report.
And straight ahead on News 13 Live at 5 in your weather forecast, the storm threat starts to head down and the temperature's on the way up, and I've got some amazing pictures of a water spout off of St. George Island. You won't want to miss that. I'll have it next here on News 13 Live at 5.
You're watching WMBB with Amy Hoyt, Jerry Brown, Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer, and Sports with Chris Marchand. This is News 13 Live at 5.
Your 13 First Alert forecast is brought to you by Bay Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. See more cars at Bay in 30 minutes than at anywhere else all day.
At Bay Lincoln Mercury, Bay Suzuki, Bay Dodge Mitsubishi, Bay Hyundai, and Bay Ford in Bluntstown, we sell for less all day, every day. No coffee breaks, no vacations, no excuses. We believe price sells cars. That's why we advertise price and welcome your strictest comparison. We work harder than anyone else to make sure you cannot buy anywhere else for less. That's why we sell and deliver more cars and trucks than anyone in Northwest Florida.
Hi, my name is Sally Sparks, and about a year ago I had a car accident. About 2 months afterwards, I noticed some extreme neck and back pain. I called Waterside Chiropractic, and they recommended spinal decompression therapy. After the spinal decompression therapy, I was 100% normal and out of pain. I recommend Waterside Chiropractic to all my friends.
To schedule your appointment, call Waterside Chiropractic and Medical or visit watersidechiromed.com.
The Pack is back. Live Greyhound racing Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at Ebro Greyhound Park. Families are always welcome. And don't miss every Tuesday night. Free admission, $1 beer, $1 hot dogs. But the action doesn't stop at the finish line. Play Texas Hold'em and 3-card poker 7 days a week in the Ebro Poker Room.
You bet you win at Ebro Greyhound Park.
Your life doesn't stop just because you've been injured in an accident.
We understand. Suddenly you find yourself in unfamiliar territory. How will you find a doctor? Who will pay for your medical expenses? How will you recover your lost wages?
That's when you should call Manuel and Thompson. We've helped thousands of people just like you.
You focus on getting better. We'll help you pick up the pieces.
Call Manuel and Thompson today for a free consultation. Helping injured people, that's what we do.
I'm Brett Tucker from Mistresses, and you're watching News 13, your local leader.
Sign up for news and weather alerts on your phone by texting WMBB-WX and WMBB News to 75327, all from News 13, your local leader. Now, Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer with your 13 First Alert forecast.
Well, if you were with us last evening when I talked about the threat for coastal showers and storms and the potential for waterspouts because they were prevalent yesterday, and they showed up again today, this time off the coast of St. George and Dog Island of Franklin County. So pictures were all over the internet, many sent to us here at News 13. We certainly appreciate that. Tiger Martinez in East Point catching one across the bay, across St. George Island. That's out over the Gulf of Mexico. Here's one from the plantation area of St. George Island. You see the well-defined structure of that, maybe 10 miles max. It was fairly close to the coastline. Here's the one that really impressed me. This from Robert McMillan, the tremendous, almost what's called a stovepipe, wonderful structure to this waterspout. Again, off the coastal areas of St. George Island. This one from Mark Larimore. Again, we're looking at these well offshore. They didn't threaten to come on land, and in the environment that we're under right now, the potential for that exists tomorrow morning as well. Daytime temperatures today in the mid-80s, held down by clouds and rain. You see all the locations across the Florida Panhandle and really throughout the southeast, with cloud cover, some rain, and some cooler temperatures settling in Nashville. Only 71 right now. And what's left of the day's thunderstorms confined mainly just to portions of Bay County, just north of Deer Point Lake. Some heavier storms have faded off now in Washington and northern Bay County, and still some coastal showers out here crawling northwestward. A lot of different directions for these rain showers. It's a very somewhat confused weather pattern, and I'll tell you why coming up in just a second. Now we've got a high chance and a high coverage of showers and storms essentially east of the stationary front that runs from Virginia to the Florida Panhandle. So the air circulation around that frontal boundary is what's causing these various motions. There's outflow boundaries, there's wind direction with the stationary front. Upper level winds continue to pour in the moisture over the eastern Gulf and the Florida Peninsula. So we're left with that weather pattern in place for tomorrow, but high pressure and drier weather is going to try to settle in. So that we begin to cut the coverage of rain back just a bit. Looks like Georgia, maybe the Panhandle eastward, with an afternoon shower and storm chance that's a little higher than average, while the western Panhandle perhaps drying out. On Thursday, one or two popping up. Southern sections of the Apalachicola River Valley eastward. So as you see, the rain threat, the rain coverage not quite as high as we head into Friday. Watch the hour-by-hour futurecast. Spotty showers this evening. Now along the coastline in the morning, there may be one or two little pop-up showers or thunder showers. So keep your eye on that to start the day. And then in the afternoon, you see the coverage. We're going to cut it back even more so, maybe 30–40% as we get into your Wednesday afternoon. Weather watchers checked in across northwest Florida with temperatures that were held down just a bit because of cloud cover and rain, including a ½ inch of rain from Mark Navarrete in Lynn Haven. 82 from Michael Lawton at Mexico Beach, 83 in Weewahitchka, 77 with rain for Betty Rowland at Howard Creek. A 1/10 of an inch in Southport. Bear Creek, about 83 degrees today, 80 in Grand Ridge from Lynn, 86 in Willis, to 100ths of an inch of rain in St. Andrews. And Jack Flaws checked in with 76. So again, a little bit cooler, certainly cooler than normal. And current temperatures right now across northwest Florida in the 70s, 77 Panama City, 82 at Apalachicola. That's not too bad for early June for sure. So our showers, our storms fade off. Temperatures fall to the mid-60s. Watch out for a little bit of patchy fog early Wednesday morning. Isolated storm chance tomorrow. Slightly warmer, 84 at the coast, 92 inland. Watch the rain chance heading on down, 40, 30, 20, and temperatures creeping on up near 90 by Friday.
It's still warm, but it gets a little better from a rain perspective as the days go by.
Yeah, the splash and dash will be a little less splashy, a little less dashy as we get toward Friday.
All right, Justin.
Thanks, Justin. More news just ahead right here. Stay with us.
Ask yourself what you will miss more, your children or cigarettes. For as long as I can remember, my mother smoked. She died from lung cancer when I was 16. I could not take the chance of continuing smoking and not being here for my daughter. I know how much I needed my mom still, and I didn't realize it until I had lost her.
Find 3 ways to quit at tobaccofreeflorida.com. Call, click, or come in.
If you have Medicare, don't wait for open enrollment to get better coverage. Call Cigna HealthSpring now at 1-877-722-1815 to see if you can enroll in a new plan. You may qualify if you're new to Medicare, recently had a change in coverage, or have a lower income. At Cigna HealthSpring, we offer plans with no or low monthly plan premiums, Part D prescription drug and dental coverage, and even fitness benefits. Besides great coverage, we make sure your doctors spend more time with you so you get the personalized care you deserve. It's good for your health and your budget. Call today to see if you qualify, and we'll send you a free Medicare Advantage guide. Get more from Medicare with Cigna Health Spring. Call us today at 1-877-722-1815 to get your free guide. That's 1-877-722-1815.
Rheumatology is a subspecialty in internal medicine and pediatrics devoted to the diagnosis and treatment of diseases that mainly affect the joints, muscles, blood vessels, and soft tissues.
Check out the Dr. Oz Wellness Network at mypanhandle.com. When we say your comfort is our only business, we really mean it. For years, we've been in the same location with top products like Lennox. Receive up to a $1,700 rebate when you buy a qualifying Lennox home comfort system. Offer expires 6/12/2015. Trust Bush Air Conditioning and Lennox to put your comfort first.
On the go? Listen to Talk Radio 101 for News 13 News and Weather.
An update now on the massive auto recall, the biggest in U.S. history.
With 33.8 million vehicles recalled because of Takata airbags, today lawmakers demanded answers. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has more now from New York.
2-1. It took a while for them to acknowledge it, but Takata is now clear that the danger posed by their airbags is real and the outcome can be deadly. The recall, involving almost 34 million Takata airbags, is linked to at least 6 deaths and more than 100 injuries. In all, 11 automakers, including Honda, Ford, Mitsubishi, BMW, and Chrysler, are now identifying which of their cars carry the potentially defective airbag inflators. The faulty parts could rupture when deployed, sending shrapnel through the bag into the occupants of the vehicles. But questions remain. The full list of all cars affected still unavailable, and answers as to how this can be prevented still unclear.
Every morning, I fear I am playing headline roulette, waiting for another rupture, another injury, another death.
And a definitive root cause has not been identified. It may be that there is no single root cause, or the root cause may never be known.
The government and a Takata representative testifying before Congress, stressing this is a work in progress and it could be months, if not years, before car owners get replacement airbags.
We deeply regret each instance in which someone has been injured or killed. We are committed to doing everything in our power to address the safety concerns raised by airbag ruptures.
So far, 7 out of the 11 car makers have identified which cars are affected, forcing millions to wait before they can even begin to see if their car is part of this recall. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
A big shakeup at the TSA in the wake of a stunning report that shows major security lapses. ABC News first reported that TSA screeners missed 95% of the fake bombs and weapons DHS testing team tried to sneak through the system. Secretary of Homeland Security Jay Johnson so upset about the security lapses, he's removed the acting head of the TSA, Melvin Caraway, and replaced him with his deputy, Mark Hatfield. Johnson also ordered immediate major changes to airport screenings, including revising standard operating procedures for screenings, providing extensive training for supervisors, retest and evaluate screening equipment, and more random covert testing for TSA screeners.
A House committee heard the latest on the investigation into last month's fatal train accident in Philadelphia. Amtrak's train 188 was going 106 miles per hour just before it derailed on a curve with a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit last month. 8 passengers were killed, 200 others hurt. Amtrak installed technology called positive train control that can prevent trains from derailing because of excessive speeds. But at the time of the accident, it wasn't in operation. Meanwhile, according to a preliminary report on that crash, investigators say they don't know if the engineer involved in the crash was on his cell phone before the speeding train derailed.
It's the cover photo sparking a global discussion. Caitlyn Jenner is now one of the most famous faces in the world. The 65-year-old transitioning from Bruce to glamorous cover model for Vanity Fair's July issue. The author of the Jenner profile revealing Caitlyn had a panic attack after waking up from breast augmentation and facial feminization surgery in March. Next month, Caitlyn Jenner is expected to make her first public appearance at the ESPYs, accepting the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. That's when she says she will stand as her true self in front of her peers.
Overseas now to China. Rescuers pulling at least 3 people still alive from inside an overturned cruise ship, giving some a ray of hope as this massive tragedy continues to unfold. Divers were out today searching for survivors after a passenger ship carrying more than 450 people, most of them senior citizens, it capsized. The Eastern Star sank quickly Monday night, reportedly after it was caught in a cyclone, drifting some 2 miles in heavy rain and strong currents. Both the captain and chief engineer survived. They are in police custody, reportedly telling investigators rough weather is to blame and that the boat sank in minutes.
One went down, 1 to go. The Florida Gator softball team looks to repeat as national champions. I'll have more coming up next.
Hello everyone. Wednesday on News 13 this morning, only isolated thunderstorms thanks to some drier air.
And we can send you to Coconut Creek Family Fun Park as we take a look at your local headlines and your latest health and consumer news. Make sure you join us 2 hours at 5 a.m.
They got it.
They got it.
They've got it.
They got it.
Laminate flooring, just $179 per square foot. Grand Haven cabinets, starting at $113 per linear foot. Steel door unit, just $279 each.
Come see how you can build more and spend less with Surplus Warehouse.
They've got it.
We've got it.
Whoops. The dog did it.
Nobody likes to accept blame for an accident. As we grow older, the excuses may change, but determining who is at fault is even more important. To find and prove the truth in court, you need an experienced trial attorney. For your injury claim, remember the name
Ed Waterski?
Ed Walborski.
Get your mother a beautiful color gemstone ring that will be cherished and worn for a lifetime from Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves. And just in time, Tracy's Fine Jewelry is offering our entire selection of color gemstone jewelry, rings, pendants, earrings, and bracelets at 50% off. That's right, 50% off our everyday low price. The largest selection and the lowest prices are just some of the reasons why people choose Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves for the perfect gift for any occasion.
If you come into Rooms to Go and say, I want to buy this sofa, you'll get it at a really great price. Because as the country's largest independent furniture retailer, we buy thousands of them. That's called buying power. So Rooms to Go has the power to save you big money. And you get great prices on beautiful rooms. Like this, or this, or this. Because Rooms to Go buying power is your buying power. So you get great looking furniture for so much less.
Next, E.T. We're with Kim after Bruce Jenner's big Caitlyn reveal. Plus, Caitlyn's Vanity Fair Glam Squad reveals secrets behind the transformation and the Uma Thurman connection. Next, E.T.
E.T. Weekdays after News 13 at 6.
Get your MyPanhandle.com golf pass now on MyPanhandle.com. Now, Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer with your 13 First Alert forecast.
Well, there were big thunderstorms overnight over the Gulf of Mexico, spread it inland during the day, and then late this afternoon, what's left of it beginning to diminish over portions of Bay County. The strongest of the storms now Santa Rosa County westward in the western Florida panhandle. You see some isolated heavy rain falling from Lynn Haven northward through Southport and up toward the Northwest Florida Beaches International Airport. Out in the central Atlantic, a little tropical wave interacting with some mid and upper level low pressure. No expectations of tropical development there. Tremendous amounts of moisture from the western Caribbean across Florida. But again, this is all upper level instability, no surface low pressure there. There is surface low pressure here. This is Hurricane Andres and Blanca. Two very strong storms. Andres headed out to the Pacific. Blanca may head northward, bringing some moisture to western Mexico and eventually the southwestern United States. Coastal outlook for the week ahead. 86 for a high tomorrow and a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms about any time during the day. A little less of a threat for rain Thursday, just 20% as we head into the weekend, and then a normal scattering of clouds, showers, and storms for the beginning of next week. Temperatures fairly warm, upper 80s. And then to the low 90s, just sort of a typical summer pattern after tomorrow. Tomorrow's rain chance at 40%. Scattered showers and storms become more isolated and very widely scattered for the upcoming weekend. So right now, The umbrella should not get too far away, as that rain will still be out there, especially tomorrow. Allison.
Thanks, Justin. One more win. That's all the University of Florida softball team needs to do what just 2 other NCAA softball squads have done, and that's repeat as national champions. The Gators jumped up early on Michigan in Game 1 of their best-of-3 championship series with the Wolverines last night, thanks in huge part to a Lauren Hager 2-run jack in the bottom of the first inning. Now, Michigan didn't score until the 6th, and then Delaney Gorley came in to close out the game in the 7th to seal up the 3-2 win. Game 2 is tonight at 7 Central. If Florida loses, there will be that third, if necessary, game tomorrow. College baseball teams are 2 wins away from punching their ticket to Omaha and the College World Series. For the Florida and Florida State baseball teams, their path is through each other. Both regionals, with FSU making things official yesterday with their 8-1 win over College of Charleston. Now, as far as this super regional goes, the 2 rivals obviously familiar with each other. Florida State has the upper hand on the rivalry this year, taking 2 of 3 games from the Gators. Game 1 of their most important series of the year is this Friday in Gainesville at 6:30 Central Time. With your Tuesday Sports Minute, I'm Allison Posey.
Thank you, Allison. Well, more heads rolling at FIFA. The World Soccer Organization's president, Sepp Blatter, resigning today after 17 years at the helm and winning re-election for a 5th term just last Friday.
This coming as a massive corruption scandal rocks soccer's governing body. 14 of the most powerful officials in international soccer accused of taking more than $150 million in bribes. The investigation began after the U.S. narrowly lost the 2022 World Cup to Qatar. Blatter's not going away immediately. A special election to replace him is not expected to take place until late this year, even early next year. Blatter said today FIFA needs a profound restructuring. We're back in a moment.
Are you hiding your legs because of spider veins? Do embarrassing varicose veins keep you from joining in the fun? Vascular Associates, Florida's leader in vein and artery health, is committed to eliminating unsightly varicose and spider veins so you can make memories that last a lifetime. Life is calling. Let us help you live it. Call 215-VEIN or visit us online today.
Is your air conditioning system a POS, you know, a pile of scrap metal? If it is, you need to CTM. You know, call the man.
Quincy's is the residential air conditioning specialist, specializing in AC repair, equipment replacement, routine maintenance, duct cleaning, complete system installation, and more.
So if your air conditioning system is a POS or DOA or just plain old CRAP, if it's ready for the scrap heap, well, Q-Bot, you tell them.
Call the man.
Your style at Badcock with up to 50% off comfy sofas when you buy the matching love seat, and create a relaxing bedroom retreat, now up to half off. With no credit refused, Badcock makes great style easy to afford.
It's back.
McDonald's.
Yes. Okay, you had the big flavor on a startup salary. Here's your so good I have to post a photo of it. Finally, I have unique taste. Just look in my wardrobe.
Booyah.
I got it, right?
Nailed it.
I make a lunch run like no other.
May 11th through June 7th at McDonald's. Get a triple cheeseburger, bacon McDouble, or jalapeno double extra value meal for only $5.
Oh, hello, French fries.
Unique vision of custom repair and design by a true craftsman, not a machine. That's extraordinary. It takes a true artist, a creator with vision and skill, not taught, but gifted. The passion, the desire, the detail, the creation, the wish to make that rare one-of-a-kind moment come to life from the eyes and hands of David Scott. David Scott Fine Jewelry. This is where Panama City's I Do team designs and repairs fine jewelry.
A look now at what we're working on for News 13 at 6. Panama City Beach Police released the findings in a case regarding the disrespect of veterans by a fraternity.
A Lynn Haven teenager arrested for using a BB gun to rob a pizza restaurant on 2 separate occasions.
And a bogus call claiming to be from law enforcement leads to lost money for some Bay County residents. I will have details on what's going on in this week's Problem Solver.
We invite you to join us. All right, checking outside right now, some showers scattered, looks like.
It looks like a heavy rain now forming up from about Southport up to Highway 388 near the airport. Things are quiet for Gulf County. Central Bay County, this is where the heaviest of the rain is. You see it's all along Highway 388, the north of West Bay up Highway 79. Just a few flashes of lightning here, but some heavy rain that'll keep your wipers going, and big storms over to the west of Crestview.
All right, that will help the dryness out as well.
Yes.
Thanks, Justin. That's Live at 5. We thank you for joining us.
See you again at 6.